Coach, first of all, your thoughts about the game in general, and then we'll open it up for the questions.
Yeah, thanks. I thought it was a really high-level high school basketball game. I thought there was kids on both sides that were pouring everything they had into it. Both teams just refused to go away and withstand each other's runs, and I felt like we did a great job of adapting to what Mineral Point was doing and executing some sets and generating some great looks and had some kids go and make some great plays. I thought it was a really, really high level high school basketball game that I'm really grateful that our kids got the opportunity to be a part of.
Thank you. We'll open up for questions.
Yeah. Brad, you coached for me for several years, and this is the best coaching job I've seen you do in many, many, many years. And you took the team to the tournament, and you excelled and in everything you did. And that you deserve a lot of the credit.
I'm going to look to my left and my right, and I'm going to look at the 13 other guys that are sitting in the locker room, and I can provide a little framework here and there, but as we were just talking in there, this is by far the most self-motivated group of kids that I've ever been a part of. Not once in practice has it been a challenge to draw high-level energy out of them. I mean, they bring it every single day. It was a special group dynamic, and from high-level basketball players to high basketball IQ to, man, all the way around. It's a special group of kids, and I'm just fortunate to get to sit here and kind of help steer them along the way.
And Logan, 3 games you scored 25, 25, and you scored 27, 77 points in 3 games. And I as a sophomore, I just am amazed at how good you are. You took the loss really hard, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a tough loss. But I couldn't have gotten those 77 points without, great teammates around me. There's a great group of guys that we have that push me every single day. And the reason that we're able to put up numbers like that, it's because of those guys that are setting me up every day. And those points, honestly, those mean nothing to me, because just the teammates around me, that's all that matters. And we have a great group of guys that those points don't really matter to me.
Brad, you went on a couple of runs. The last one put you up by 7 minutes, 7 left. At that point, were you taking a bit of a breath, going,
no.
Okay, no. I mean, okay, what was the thought process at that point? What Mineral Point might come back with?
Usually in that scenario, you think about, maybe having to step up to the free throw line and make some free throws. You think about, making sure that you execute on some inbound stuff and whatnot, but never, until that horn sounds, man, you just never know. And yeah, we had a couple of miscues, and then you just got to tip your hat to their kids for dropping it in the bucket, and getting it done. It's not an easy way to go down, but at the same time, you got, like I said earlier, you just, in a high-level game like that with players on both sides, it comes down to, couple kids make shots, and here you are.
Question for Brad, just were there anything in the last few minutes that you saw and said, here are things we could have done better in that scenario, or was it just a matter of they got a run, they got momentum, and things went from there?
For the longest chunk of that game, I can sit and applaud our execution, and we did a phenomenal job. I think down the stretch, maybe the moment got us just a little bit, and to nobody's fault. It just is, and you hate to see it end the way it did, but again, even with a miscue, it still takes the kid on the other end for the other team to come up big and hit a shot, and they did it, I think, 3 times. So you just kind of got to tip your cap at that point, and that's that.
For Walter and Logan, maybe not a great time for the what a great season kind of question, but let me ask you, what did it mean for you, Walter, and then Logan, to get Aquinas back down here to state after not being here since I think it was 2015 or 2016 here, and kind of get Aquinas back on the map statewide?
Yeah, it's definitely great. I feel like us seniors set a great example for the underclassmen and really kind of turned the program in the right direction to where we need to be.
Yeah, he's totally right. It was amazing, but we couldn't have gotten there without the seniors, as he said. The seniors pushed us day in, day out, and I'm very grateful to be able to be a part of this team and be a part of Walter and all the other guys, because it's just a great atmosphere in practice. In the fun trips that we had, the fun moments, we have a great family here, and I couldn't be more grateful to be a part of it.
Walter, you were on a 1,000-point club, 1,000 points plus, and you deserve a lot of credit for that. And one thing about you, I watched you 3 years. You never changed. You never changed your personality. Never changed, no matter what the call was, no matter what the situation was. You never change your disposition. You want to react to that?
Yeah, when I'm out there, I just try to not let anything affect me, good or bad. I just kind of try and stay in the middle, and I feel like I'm a good example for my teammates and everybody else when I'm doing that, so help them out.
Two questions for Walter really quick. First, just your thoughts on finishing up your basketball career here at State, and two, your thoughts of the direction of this program with a guy like Logan and tons of other guys on this team that have shown throughout this postseason and throughout this season that they can be huge scoring threats.
Yeah, I'm definitely grateful to, first of all, be in the Cole Center and be able to play at such a great and fun game like tonight. And I know that program's in good hands with Coach Reinhart and Logan and some other good players coming up. So, yeah. And I know that Logan and Coach Reinhart and everybody else will be working their tails off for next year.
Brad, real quick on the two finishing plays. Defensively, was it fight through screen, switch off on everything, hold off the circle? I mean, what was kind of the defensive philosophy? First of all, getting the jump ball and then having a second shot at it.
Yeah, so the first baseline OB, we talked about we were going to switch everything, and we did a good job of it. And then coming out of a second, the timeout there, we kind of figured that they probably saw that was the case and wanted to protect against, maybe giving up that slip to the front of the rim or that quick one and make them get something going out. And that double on the baseline just got us caught up just enough. And again, it's one thing to get the shot. It's another thing to make the shot. And you tip your cap at that point. But our kids executed both flawlessly. The first time, it was we're going to switch everything and stay home. And the second time it was we're going to make them get something, going out away from the basket. And Landon made a nice shot.
Got time for one more question.
Yeah.
Coach, just your thoughts on what were the things you were trying to do defensively with number 3 and number 10 throughout that game? It felt like no matter what defense, what position you put them in, they could find ways to make tough shots, and that got runs going for them.
Yeah, they're a really good offensive team, right? They spread you out. They do some good stuff with the ball in their hands, and they're always ready to find the open kid. And they did a good job of that tonight. I felt like our kids were really adaptable, and we'd be able to go on a run as we changed things up. So we went from one ball screen coverage to the other, and as we switched ball screen coverages, they struggled for a stretch. And as we switched some personnel groupings in there, we'd have some success for a while, and then they'd solve the puzzle, and it was just kind of this chess game back and forth. And but it was a tip of the cap to our kids for for just, being dialed in a timeout and sticking to the things that, we had talked about, different calls in practice for different defensive looks. And then they were able to do some things that, maybe we even didn't ask them to do throughout other games throughout the season. So, just changing the looks a little bit here and there and enabling us to get some stops when we needed to and put points on the board.
Gentlemen, thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Ted.
Thanks.